Hello guys, it's me, Aiden, and this is going to be my first video on my YouTube channel, Aiden's Adventures. So in this video, I'm going to be doing a tutorial on a program that I really like to use called Scratch. You can code amazing things, and I really like to make games in it. In this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to make a really cool multiplayer game. This is mostly just a base of it. One, you can always change up the code let's do it. So the first costume that this is going to be sort of the announcements. Why is this? Nice. Okay, for some reason I forgot to spell announcements. I hate when this happens to me. Oh boy. I'm gonna actually do this. Spelling and grammar. Okay, there we go. Now I'll just change it. Why is this not working? Okay. Wow, why have I forgot how to spell? Finally. Whew. I have no clue. I'm in 4th grade. I should learn how to spell. So let's create a box. I'm going to make this blue. Center it. Like that. Text. I'm going to put this white text. Game on. Name this game. Joined. And these costumes can look however you want and can have any text. This one's going to be detecting players. And this, I'm going to make it say detecting players. I'm going to make this one black. Oops. Black. A copy of this. Make this one red. This one's going to say room full. Room full. There we go. Now let's start coding it. So you're going to have to create some variables. I'm going to, you feel free to pause the video to look at these variables. None of these are for this sprite only. All of these variables are for all sprites, and if they have a little cloud, that means they're a cloud variable. And you must be a scratcher to be able to use cloud variables. Okay, so now let's start coding it. And green flag is clicked. Show. Go to X. 0, 0. So P1 online. P1 online to 0. Set P2 online to 0. Next. Oh, sorry for the background noise. My little sister is watching a movie. Set player ID to 0. Next. Set player 1 check to P1 online. Duplicate of this. So player 2 check, P2 online. There we go. Now, switch costume, detecting players, wait 3 seconds, and actually this has to be if else, if, I'm going to say, player 1 check equals P1 online, set player ID to 1, then set player 1 check to, this has to be any number except for 2 that can cause some glitches. I mean, any number except for 0, because that can cause some glitches if somebody joins at the exact same time as you. Maybe if you're trying to test it, because to test if it really works or something like that. So make sure it's like that. So now, next, gotta say, switch costume to game joined. Then broadcast a message called join. I'm gonna duplicate this. Okay. Now let's say instead of player 1 check, player 2 check, P1 online, P2 online, player ID to 2, player 2 check. Okay, so now that you've got all this code, just have a little more code to do and then we're done with this sprite. So when I receive join, hide, if player ID equals 1, then forever, let's get this out once. Forever, wait 1 second. Wait over, change player 1 check by 1, and wait 1 second. Then player ID equals 2. And player 2 check. Okay. Now for the platform, I'm going to just do very simple. Oops, I didn't delete that. Platform. Make this 20. I'm gonna hold shift to make it straight. Move it down a little bit and center it. 0, 0. Okay, that's good. When the green flag is clicked, show go to x00. That's all the code that I'm going to need in this. Now let's start making the player. So I already got this costume from a really good user on Scratch named Stradford James. You just search that, you should find him. Player 1, and delete this. Player 1, I'm going to name this P1. Okay, now let's start coding it. When the green flag is clicked, hide. Now first, when I receive join, forever, go to X, P1X, P1Y. Everything has to be for player 1. And this code that I'm going to put in, this is optional. Just this is saying if you were to join and you were player 2, over this sprite, if it would say 1 or something like that, I'm just going to make it say 1, so they know that you're player 1, not like a bot or anything like that. I'm going to say player ID equals 2. ID equals 2. Say 1. Okay. Now, when I receive join, if play forever, if player 1 check equals 0, if, I forgot the if, that's actually an if else, if player 1 check equals 0, then hide and show. Hide is in the if, show is in the else. There we go. Now, when I receive join, I can actually duplicate this. I'll change this to 1. If player ID equals 1, forever, if, I need an and, 2 nots on each and, if not touching platform, not key up arrows pressed. Then, if we're not touching the platforms and we're not jumping, then we're going to be affected by gravity. So change P1Y, there we go, -7. You can use any number, but anything like above, like around 12 will probably be bad. We're going to say set P1X, set P1Y, P1X, and P1Y there. So I'm going to move it to where I want player 1 to start, which is going to be around there. Be -200. Let's move this down a little bit. -156. -156. There we go. Forever. There. Key right arrow is pressed. Change P1X by, I'm going to do 7. And duplicate this. -7. Left arrow. Now, not that much code left for this player. I'm going to duplicate this. Take out most of the code, not all of it. Just we need this basic starting spot part. And if up arrow key is pressed, up arrow, if touching platform, because we don't want to be able to jump in the air. If touching platform, repeat 13 times. I'm going with 13. 13. Change P1Y. P1Y by 7. I'm going to control and duplicate this. Then repeat 7 times. If not touching platform, then we're going to be change P1Y, there we go, -7. There we go. So just double check to make sure everything is P1X and P1Y. But for this, it's going to be player ID equals 2. If you did that, you should always double check on Scratch when you're doing this. Oops. So yeah, I made a problem. P1Y. There we go. Player 2 is pretty easy. We can just duplicate this. Say P2 costume. Make this red. I'm going to do it red. Then I'm going to change this to 1, this to 2. Player 2X. Player 2Y. Change P2Y. And I equals 2. Yeah, this stuff is pretty simple. Just make sure that you get it right. It's very simple. Just if you make a mistake, it's kind of bad. But it wouldn't be that hard to fix though. I'm going to make this 200 on negative 200. And make this P2X, P2Y, P2X, P2Y. And well, yeah, I think that's good. Let's just test this. I got another screen that I can use. Well, I'll just use whatever, but yeah, I'll just use my other screen. I'll draw it on this one, draw it on this one. Now you can see me moving, and there's player 2 that's stuck in the ground, and now I'm stuck in the ground. Okay, this is just a little glitch. Whoa, let's try this again. I'm here. Yeah, you can see me. Then you can sort of see my other screen. Yeah, this is glitching a little bit. Let me try again. Let's check this code. Start with P2. 2. Seems that changes a variable when it shouldn't. Something like that. Try this again. Join. Right first screen. And it's glitching. Of course. Okay, so I can see player 1, but and I teleport. Yep. Okay, so this is glitching. Maybe I can change some things. Maybe it's at negative 100. 100. Let's try that. That might help a bit, I guess. Screen 1 is in, and why is this not working? Okay, so for some reason this isn't working, but on my account you can see the thing that I'm sort of copying it off of over there. Yeah, I'll just go with it. You can always go to the other project and use that code. For some reason this isn't working. Okay, I guess I'll do this. I'm going to add a chat. I'm going to need costume too, but don't put anything in these costumes. When this is clicked, switch costume to costume 1. To costume 1. Okay, actually, I'll just do that in another video. Bye, guys.